President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He puts education very high up in his agenda, and that's why for him, he's prepared to, as I said, put down up to 25% of the national budget towards the education of the young men and children of this country. So it is the mandate for us now to ensure that we come up with the right policies, to further the cause of education. And at the moment, the most pressing issue before us is the out of school young men and girls who are out there in their millions, and it is unacceptable because it's about their future, it's about the future of this country. And so we are doing everything possible to prepare to roll out programs. Our plan is for most of these programs to take off in January for the training and education of these young men and women in the country. For us, these are matters of the past. For us as a government, under the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are focused on now and the future. And all the policies that we are churning out now is intended to make life better and prepare our youth for a future, for a very good future, give them appropriate training, give them skills. And we want to emphasize on skill development amongst our youth, because there has been too much of focus on universities and university degrees, with people carrying lots of certificates around without jobs. We are not saying it is not important, but for this level of development that we are in, what we need now more are students and people with skills that can be on their own. They don't have to look for salary jobs. And we see their enterprise. We know the enterprise of these young men. So what they need is a push, and that's what we are working on. Well, all the policies we are going to roll out is for the country. And as you have said, it appears that there are more numbers of discipline in the north than elsewhere. So on that scale, the north is going to benefit more. And then you also remember there is a new commission set up, Almajiris and out-of-school children. And most of the Almajiris are here in the north. So once they are attended to, it means some of the problems they will benefit more than any others will. And then we are also going to engage the governors, because they have a very major role on this, because at that level of education is on the concurrent list, but the state governments have to do their part. So we are engaging them already, and as we roll out the plan from the federal government. Well, certainly, insecurity impacts gravely on schools enrollment, particularly at this stage when the bandits tend to target young girls. And so parents will naturally be anxious. Now, on our part, we've given, first of all, marching orders to schools management to be security conscious, and then to also for our students to be conscious and leave. Those of them who are living outside the school, because like Zamfara of recent, all the students who are affected live off campus. So we've already directed that even if there are not enough on-campus accommodation, students should live in the midst of the community where there is some level of security and safety for them, not live in the outskirts as it happened. And most recent in Zafara, we were told the students lived in the outskirts of the city, and one route that we understand are bandits, occasional bandit routes, which was really not wise. So they have been advised. And then secondly, we are also working with the security agencies to intensify security cover for such schools so that there is a level of deterrence, from the activities in that regard. Handling the students' loan, probably they are rounding up the guidelines. But overall, the scheme is planned to be rolled out from this academic session, which starts October. And then the only exemption that it will not be available for students going to private universities, because those ones are really commercial. They have only tenable in the public institutions. And besides that, I'm not aware of any other condition.